Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you about the movie Sleeping Beauty. If you like our videos, you can support us by liking and subscribing. Lucy is a young student who has problems with housing and money, and she works several jobs to support herself. After class, Lucy swallows a medical research probe and then goes to a cafe where she works as a waitress. In the evening, she relaxes at a bar where she meets a girl who has shown interest in her. The two women use illegal substances and then join the men at one of the tables. They can't decide who will spend the night with the charming Lucy, so she suggests that they draw lots. The older man wins, but the girl does not specify how soon their intimacy will take place. After flipping the coin a few more times, the lucky stranger gets the opportunity to spend the night with Lucy and takes her to his place. In the morning, the girl returns home. She has no money to pay the rent, so Lucy is forced to work and clean the tiles in the bathroom. Her relationship with her neighbors is terrible, and she dreams of living on her own. Soon, she finds another part-time job in an office and starts filling out paperwork. The mother calls her daughter and offers to transfer money to make Lucy's life easier. After work, she meets a friend who has recently recovered from addiction. She takes care of Birdman, brings him food and drink. She still doesn't have enough money to live on, so Lucy answers an ad in the student newspaper. During the interview, Clara tells her about the new job, but first asks if she has any bad habits. She also wants to know if Lucy takes any medications and if she is allergic to any drugs. Clara suggests that Lucy work as a waitress in a private elite club where they serve food to customers in their underwear. Lucy shouldn't count on career advancement. She should see this job as a chance to earn a lot of money that she can spend on her studies and various whims. After the interview and thorough examination, Lucy goes for cosmetic procedures and visits Birdman again. The guy hardly leaves the house and is in a terrible depression due to detoxification. Lucy is the only one who helps him cope with this difficult stage in his life, and she becomes not only his best friend, but also the girl he is in love with. In the evening, Clara's assistant, Thomas, calls Lucy and arranges a meeting. She immediately meets the man and goes to an elite club, where she and other girls in lingerie serve wealthy old men. At some point, one of the visitors decides to play a joke on the young and charming Lucy by grabbing her leg. The girl breaks a decanter with an expensive drink, but the club administrator does not yell at her and gives her a salary for the shift. When Lucy returns home, she counts the easy money and burns one of the bills, feeling more free and independent than ever. The next morning, she goes to the office and doesn't stress too much because she is paid a pittance compared to her job as a waitress at an elite club. In the evening, Lucy returns to her new job and then goes to a bar to spend the night with the first person she meets. In the morning, she comes to Birdman and asks him if he loves her. Not only does he have fond feelings for her, but he is also ready to marry her, because Lucy is the only one he has. A little while later, she receives a call from Thomas, offering her a more lucrative job. The girl goes to a country villa and notices another beautiful woman who can barely walk to her car. After that, she meets Clara. The woman offers her a shower and asks how Lucy is feeling. Here, she has to fall asleep under the influence of a strong sleeping pill, not knowing what exactly will happen to her. At the same time, the girl does not have to worry about her honor, because the house is under restrictions that prohibit entry. Lucy follows all the rules and is not afraid of anything, so she drinks tea with sleeping pills and goes to bed naked. Soon Clara comes to the room with the Sleeping Beauty, bringing her first client. The elderly man feels depressed because his life was full of bright events, but now they are in the distant past, and he is broken both psychologically and morally. The only joy for the elderly club member is the opportunity to spend a few hours in bed with a young and beautiful girl. As soon as Clara leaves, he undresses and goes to bed with Lucy to fall asleep in the arms of Sleeping Beauty. A few hours later, the girl returns home and quarrels with her neighbors again. They are tired of Lucy and kick her out, allowing her to stay here for 2 more weeks. She has no intention of putting up with this and goes to a real estate agency to rent an expensive apartment with panoramic windows. At night, she can't sleep because she is tired from work and full of energy. Thomas hasn't been in touch for several weeks, and Lucy calls him herself to ask for an extra date with an elderly representative of an elite club. Renting a new apartment is not cheap, so she goes back to work at the office and swallows a probe to earn an extra penny. A few days later, Clara's assistant calls Lucy and tells her that he is waiting for her. The Sleeping Beauty is waiting in bed for another client. He is less gallant and does whatever he wants to her. The man himself realizes that the girl is defenseless and treats her in a lowly manner, burning her body with a cigarette. There is no reaction, and this only irritates the elderly man, who is not at all aroused by Lucy. The next day, she runs away from the university right during class because she got a call from Birdman. The guy felt sick and overdosed on pills to relieve the pain. Lucy takes care of her friend and goes to bed with him, but he dies in her arms. A few days later, at the funeral, she meets her ex-boyfriend and asks him if he loves her as much as he used to. The guy rejects the persistent Lucy because he has someone else and doesn't need her anymore. After a few clients, the girl quits her part-time job at the office and buys a hidden miniature video camera from a home appliance store. She tests it during class and returns home. On her way home, Lucy notices a woman sleeping in a train carriage and sees how vulnerable she is. She feels the same way at the country villa and wants to know what exactly is happening to her. Sometime later, after her shift at the cafe, Lucy agrees to a colleague's suggestion to take a cheerful pill to relax and have some fun. The couple goes for a night swim and has a great time. In the morning, the girl wakes up in her apartment with the bartender in bed to a phone call. Thomas says that he has already arrived and is waiting for her to go to the country house to meet another client. Hastily getting ready, she meets the driver and drives to Clara's house. On the way, she feels terribly sick. Lucy is constantly throwing up, which is why they have to stop and delay. Clara is worried and meets the girl on the street. She sees that she is not feeling well and suggests that she take a shower before drinking tea with sleeping pills. Clara asks if Lucy is okay, but she deceives the woman and says that she feels fine. She also asks to know what they do to her while she sleeps. Clara is not going to reveal the secret to the clients, as this could damage the reputation of the elite club and increase the risk of blackmail. Lucy goes to the bedroom and goes to bed. As soon as she is alone, she takes out the camera hidden in her mouth and places it in front of the bed. The client and Clara are getting closer, so she hurriedly goes back to bed and falls asleep. A minute later, the same old man who was Lucy's first client appears in the room. He asks Clara to prepare tea with a 4-fold dose of sleeping pills because he is tired. After a while, Clara returns to the room, opens the windows, and checks on the old man. After making sure that he is dead, she tries to wake the girl up and show her the client, because she has nothing to fear and will not blackmail him. Noticing that the girl is sick and on the verge of death, the woman performs CPR and resuscitates Lucy. The Sleeping Beauty sees a man next to her who has fallen into eternal sleep and is horrified. Lucy screams frantically, realizing that death is walking side by side with her. Now it happens to her not only in her waking life, but also in her dreams. This is the end of our video. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, write comments, and like it. See you in the next video.